unfortunately, moms and dads weren't able to come today, so we are recording the performance. So, we're asking you to be quiet when the performance is on. You can still clap, you can still cheer. But when you're not clapping, when you're not cheering, are we talking?
No.
Okay? It's really important, okay? And for performers, when we're up here performing, we want to make sure we're doing our very best, okay? Even though we don't have our parents here, they are going to see us on camera. We will share it when we get a chance, okay? One last thing. Staff, to all the teachers here, I would like to meet, if possible, just before 4 o'clock in the community time room for a quick announcement. It will be short. If you can't make it, you'll see an email from me. But just a very quick conversation, no longer than hopefully 2.5 minutes. Okay? Right. We'll just get started. Okay, we will get started. Thank you, Grade 5, for hosting.
Welcome to community time. We're super excited to tell you about the design process. Please turn your phones on silent.
I hope you enjoy the show. Let's get into it.
The design process has 7 steps. They are ask, imagine, plan, create, test, share, and repeat. The design process is important because without it, there's no structure in your designing plans, and often your ideas will fail. The design process helps make things possible. Mostly, it adds structure to your ideas, and therefore makes sure that what you plan actually happens. Now some other students will add depth to the design process. The first step to the design process is to ask questions.
We start out researching by asking teachers questions, looking on the internet, or finding books in the library.
Asking questions helps us to imagine a way to solve a problem.
Which leads us to the next step of the process.
But first, Pre-K would like to sing a song about a spider in Spanish.
So for years and years
And the next step of the design process is imagine.
Imagine is a way to find the solutions to the problems you will have.
Like brainstorming.
Oh, brainstorming what some solutions could be. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Now, kindergarten will sing a song in Mandarin. rough diagram of what you want to create. The last step of planning is to find all the materials that you're going to use to make it.
Then these steps will make up the procedure of planning.
Now grade 1 will present the cultures around the world.
I love China because it is beautiful and the food is good. I'm Chinese New Year. My family has a special dinner I will watch. I love living in China because people always help each other. For New Year's, I have chocolate and fireworks with my mom. Where I am from in Texas, the weather is super hot. In Germany, we have Lantern Festival when you get to light a lantern and walk to church. I like the food from Japan, in Japan. The internet in Korea works so good. I love it, and Korea has my grandma. The Korean language is so easy for me. The weather in Singapore is always hot. It does not snow. My family and friends live in Argentina.
Canada is also good.
What's a prototype?
A prototype is your first creation. If your prototype doesn't work the first time, you can revise and edit it.
So you can change it.
It's the whole point of the design process, to make it better.
Then what a model?
A model is a smaller copy of your idea. It may not be used as a test.
Like the boat we are building in design class, they look like boat, but they do not go on water.
Yeah. Now, fourth grade will do a self-talk about stoppers and thinking.
this? I'm not smart. I cannot do this. I'm so gloomy. Why even try? I don't even know how. I am no good. Hey, why so gloomy? You gotta change that stinking thinking. Your self-talk matters. Self-talk is what you say to yourself. You know, that little voice inside your head.
We can help you change by sharing some positive self-talk. Just repeat after us.
Audience, please play the copycat game with us. We will say a positive affirmation, then you repeat after us. It looks and sounds like this. We say, I am smart.
Here goes.
I am a good person.
I am happy and fun to be with.
I'm healthy.
I'm strong.
I'm loving. I am lovable. I am friendly and kind.
I love to learn. I like myself even when I make mistakes. I learn from mistakes.
I like to smile.
I like to laugh.
I like to send love to others. I like being me. I like my body.
And I shall take good care of it.
Every day and every way.
I'm getting better, better, and better.
Well done. Did you know that bees aerodynamically aren't able to fly, but they do anyways? Use your self-talk to fly.
Remember, together is better. You have friends to support you. Go on and fly high.
Now let's watch the flight of the bumblebee.
Design test is test something after you make it. For example, last year in art class, force graded build a car and test me the whole way. If they saw car kept going into the wall, then they Then they added the way to see the problem would be.
So it means that I should test my design to see if it works.
Yeah, you got a point.
And if it doesn't work,
Then you changed things or added something to make it work.
okay, thanks, Mesa. Now he's ready to present himself problems on the playground. We learned about respect and responsibility. We also learned about trustworthiness. In class, we talk about how to solve problems on the playground. We have all discussed about how we can make the wheel. Then we have all discussed about the way to share how to solve problems on the playground.
One way to solve problems is to play a game of chance like blue or rock, paper, scissors. This will help when you decide who goes first and who will go last.
How to solve a problem? I can take a break and walk away or drink water or ignore it. First, you can use your hand to tell them to stop. Next, if they still don't stop, then you can use your voice to tell them to stop. Tell them how it makes you feel. Last, we need to use words because we can't hit people. We must be respectful when we play. If you are fighting about who isn't following rules, you can change the game. The game doesn't need to be the same. We can change it. We can even change to a different game. One way to solve a problem is follow the rule, is be a good sport. Another way to solve a problem is follow the rules and be fair. If you hit someone, say I'm sorry and mean it. Give everyone a chance is one way to solve a problem. We do it by taking turns getting down the slide. We trade toys by switching toys when we are done with it. We can trade groups by a lot of people play a game. And some people want to play something else and then they switch groups. One way to solve problems is to help with the rules because then if they break the rules, you could remind them and next time they won't break the rules again. Be patient and help them with the rules. You should be patient and helpful because if they break the rules, they might get in trouble. Some people have different ideas. Maybe outdoor recess can be different than indoor recess. Maybe one grade solve problem is differently than fifth grade. Do you have some more ideas? Each teacher will have a copy in each of the classrooms. If our problem solving is not working, like we try 2, 2, 3 strategy, or it is a big problem, tell the teacher at recess. We will put the poster at the playground.
Great job, second grade.
After creating comes revising. Selma, what is revising?
Sometimes when you create contraptions, they explode, short circuit, or give you a sharp rap on the forehead.
Then you need to test and improve what you created. Those are the steps of revising.
You need to take note of everything that went wrong, brainstorm how it happened, and figure out how to fix your project.
Next up, grade 3 will present about acquired and inherited traits.
characteristics that can be how you look like or what you do. That can also be from your parents, or you can learn them over time in your life. Some traits are acquired. The acquired traits are traits that you learn over a lifetime and not coded in your DNA. And sometimes there are inherited traits. Inherited traits are traits that you got from your parents.
We completed a lab to learn about traits. Our monster parents had monster offspring who inherited some traits. Offspring are a baby, daughter, son, or kid. We drew on monster and wrote about it.
We wrote for the inherited traits because we inherit by chance. We do not get to pick our offspring's traits.
So this is my monster family. This is Bob, this is Joe, and Bob inherited, he's very tall from dad, and he has 8 legs from mom, and he has a spiky tail also from mom.
So did you know that he probably has 4 arms from both his parents, 3 arms from dad, and tail from mom and dad.
The monster inherited trait has 10 eyes from parent 1 and 2 feet from parent 2.
Number of eyes, body color, tongue is inherited from mom. That eyesight is inherited from dad. Tail, teeth, head, and leg is inherited from me. We then choose our offspring's acquired traits. Acquired Chinese from his mom and dad. He also learned basketball from his coach, and he learned singing from Offspring 1 acquired to play tail ball from his friend. He also can sing Twinkle Star from his teacher, and he can speak a big sheep language from his parents. Because one time he pulled a prank too far, so his friends wanted to have a scar in the eye. He liked yellow because he liked banana. He colored his toenails yellow in nail shop. The offspring to the teeth is dark yellow because he never brushed his teeth.
Some of us choose to compare the traits of 2 offspring to see how different they can be.
Offspring 1 has purple color and offspring 2 has gray color. Both of them have 8 eyes.
They both have 2 legs, but one has triangle teeth and one has square.
Both has horns, of course, yeah. Because the parents have 4 eyes. One has 1 eye, one has 5 eyes. Yes, it's true.
We have 6 eyes, and cells have 2 things. The same is all know that. Thank you for watching.
We hope you learned something new.
We are going to tell you a little bit about our day of design.
Our day of design will be in November 16th.
And it will be at 2:15 p.m.
You might be asking, why are we doing this day of design?
We're doing this because we want to challenge you.
That's right. Mr. Neeson has prepared a set of challenges for us to compete with our families in.
We hope to see you there.
Principal Mr. Rowe say a few words.
Great job, Stacey Dragons. Thank you so much for sharing. In case you're all wondering, I have an inherited trait. I get this beautiful head of hair from my daddy. And my dad and all my uncles have the exact same hair. No, it's not, Ricky. But thank you so much for sharing today, pre-K. Thank you so much for sharing us your song about spiders. Kindergarten, wow, fantastic job telling us all about your families in Mandarin. I couldn't tell who was the native class and who was the foreign class. Well done, thank you very much. Grade 4, thank you so much for sharing us about those words of affirmation and how we can, if we're positive, we can accomplish anything in this world. Let's see, grade 2. Thank you so much for sharing us that success wheel. It's the wheel to deal, is that right? Thank you. So we got some good strategies for when we get out on the playground and we can self-problem solve, right? In grade 1, thank you so much for sharing us a little bit about your home countries and a little bit about yourselves. And grade 3, thank you so much for sharing about traits. Appreciate that. Can we give a Sea Dragon roar to our grade 5s for a wonderful hosting job? We're ready? 1, 2, 3. For our technology team. Hey, boys and girls, I clearly haven't taught you how to do a quiet clap. It's a... Okay. Thank you so much. Let's see. Can we maybe have grade 3? Can you stand up? We'll have grade 3 head out. Just